Okay, wait. That might have done it. I might have fixed it. I think I figured it out. I think. I don't know. Let's see. Wait for it. I'm hoping this fixes it and this works. There we go. Okay. All right. Now I understand now. Okay. That's really weird, but okay, I get it. I I get it now. Okay. Cool. All right. That's a bit of a weird system, but we're learning as we go. So essentially, what I had to do was there was an extra layer of verification that I had to do over on the YouTube side of things, and that's why it wasn't working. So now we're live on YouTube, live on Twitch, we're live on Trovo. There we go. We got Sajid and Webabala in the Twitch chat. I don't think we have anyone in the YouTube chat yet, but we are also live on Trovo. So if you guys want to check me out over there, would greatly appreciate it. Once we get 100 followers over there, I want to do some kind of giveaway. I'm still thinking of doing some Gold Pass giveaways. I feel like it'd be fun. Okay, so now is this link working? Are we okay? Good. Okay, I understand now. We're working on it because basically what I'm trying to do here, especially when it comes to these league wars, is I want to essentially have them scheduled on the channel so you guys can see when I'm gonna be live, and then from there you can you can look at the live stream, and that is the link for the live stream. It won't change. It's gonna stay the same. So you can send it to your friends and say, hey, look, this person's gonna be live at this time. We'll be ready to go. Jeez, I haven't even touched the screen in like 20, 30 minutes. Let's get back into it here. But yeah, a bit of an interesting system, and I want to try and adapt that system for the 5v5 wars especially, just to kind of not only keep you guys in the loop more, but also just kind of keep things a bit more organized, because right now I don't have a set schedule. I kind of just stream whenever there's a war to stream. So having this, I think, in play is going to help out a lot. What's up, Mr. Alphabet? How you doing? Good to see you. I still remember that nickname. There we go. Now we got Good Evil over there. Okay, one thing that I also noticed is that the YouTube chat is not working. We've got a lot of people rooting for the TD Perseverance guys. Now, give me 1 second. Let me go ahead and does this mean that I don't like this. This is odd. Okay. I'll do this then. So again, this new YouTube system is a bit interesting, to say the least. It's definitely not the most streamlined when it comes to chat, but at the same time, I feel like it's one that will adapt as we go on. It'll be fine. Okay, there we go. There's that, and then can I view this? There we go. Okay, we got it rolling now. We're good to go. We're ready for these awesome wars. So I'm going to talk a little bit about this format, what exactly we're streaming today, just kind of give you guys a brief idea on what's going on. So right now we are streaming the CWL Esports Season 2, Week 1. This is the big leagues. This is the leagues that this is the league that a lot of clans will be caring about this season. A $1,500 prize pool. Underneath me, you will see the league sponsor as well as the logo. You'll see them kind of refresh through. We got Clash with Ash, Powerbang Gaming, and AMG Media. It's really fantastic to see some awesome sponsors involved in the CWL Esports. What's up, Barmy? How you doing? On the early grind, yeah, you know it. We've got some fun plans for today. If you guys have not checked out my my schedule over on YouTube, I highly recommend you do that. Let me go ahead and get some posters loaded up here really quickly so I can kind of give you guys an idea of what we're going to be doing today. It's going to be fun, needless to say. We're going to have some pretty intense action going on. Got some good matchups today. Lots of good ones. Plenty that I cannot cover, but some that I most definitely will be able to cover here. So let me go ahead and get this on the screen. Okay, and then let me go over here and let me get this on the screen. Let's see. Lots of people cheering for KCW over on YouTube. They are from Bangladesh. And we've also got from China. We have TD Perseverance here, I believe. Yeah. They're from China. We're going to see the hits go in live in about 10 minutes time. Let me go ahead and load up some posters first so I can give you guys an idea of what we're doing today. Oh, it's going to be fun. It's going to be a good day. It is going to be a good day. All right, let's get that going. Okay. So, there we are. So, at 10 a.m. CST, 11 a.m. EDT, we're going to be streaming the Blaze JP versus Queen Walkers war. That's going to be a really, really nice war. Again, 10 a.m. CST, 11 a.m. or it's technically 10 a.m. CDT, not CST, but same time zone, just, you know. So CDT, 10 a.m., 11 a.m. EDT, and then at around 5 o'clock CDT, 6 o'clock EDT, we're going to be streaming some Grumpy Old Men versus Not Quite Tribe today. That's what I plan to do. Hopefully it works out that way. It's going to be a good day. It's going to be a good day of some action-packed wars. Again, I cannot cover every single one of the wars that are going on today. A lot of them are actually going on in secession. Let me go ahead and give you guys an idea of what wars are going on. Where is the schedule? There it is. Okay, so right now, yesterday we had Jayon versus... Oh, wait, no, we didn't. Never mind. All right. We'll go ahead and go through the stuff going. Stream my clan dead to me. Just joking. Yeah, you know, I got you. Which clan are you in, Barmy? Let me know. Give me the word, and I'll pop over and stream it. That's the thing, is like, the times I'm going to stream wars is like if I'm either asked to stream the war or if I know the clans. I know TD Perseverance. I've been involved with them a couple of times. I've streamed for them in the past. I'm streaming from the KCW side, but that's just because of the way the home away side works. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you know, I had to stream Grumpy Old Men. Had to do it. All right, but we got 49 minutes left to go in this war, which means that we've got 9 minutes away from the live hits. And this is an alternating attack style war, which essentially means that we're going to see one team go in with one attack, the next team's going to go straight after, and we're going to just keep alternating between attacks until the war is over. And that way we can watch every single one of the attacks and see what these attackers have got going on. Just playing? All right, sounds good, man. I'm working a new system on YouTube right now. We're trying to, we're basically trying out archiving streams more and basically having set streams. So it kind of sounds weird, but basically now, if you're subscribed to me over on YouTube, you're going to see that little sub box where anytime I schedule a war to be streamed, you're going to see the time, you're going to know when it's happening, and you'll know exactly when to tune in. You can even turn on notifications to get notified when I go live with that war. So I think it's just another way for the guys over on YouTube to be able to keep up with my schedule, because right now it's a really sporadic schedule. I don't think I'll ever have a set schedule just because that's not really how my stream is designed. I want to cover more of these wars, and I can't really do that if I have a set stream schedule. So I'd rather just work with the people who are doing these wars and then planning my schedule around that. So we got a bunch of love over to the CTG side over on YouTube. Huge shout out to you guys. This should be a good war. I'm expecting some really good hits. I've seen TD Perseverance perform in the past. I actually haven't seen anything from KCW, but they were in the Premier League, right? They were in Phoenix, right? So they were Phoenix Season 7 and Season 8 participants. So they're playing this season as well. And they were the WCL Season 5 finalists in, I don't know what division they were in. Season 5 was way before I was involved. Season 5 was back in... Oh, geez. I didn't get involved with them until... Oh, when? Geez, I don't even know. It was Season 6, I think. I just realized the scoreboard's all messed up because these clans have insanely long names. There we go. Let's just kind of maybe try and fix this a little. This isn't the most streamlined system here, but you know what? It does the business and it works, so I can't really complain. Come on. There we go. There we go. It's the poor man's scoreboard. There we go. Jerome firing out some love for KCW. I'm looking forward to some of the action we're going to see today. I'm expecting some big things from both of these clans here in the week 1 matchups. Again, we have so many matchups happening today. Let me give you guys an idea of what's going on. So we've got this is for today. We have Bro Tank Squad versus Dwinson. I think that's how you pronounce their name. I have no clue. And that's at 9. But again, we're not going to be able to stream that one because that's going on right now. We've got Allure Love versus X Team, 9:15 p.m. EDT. We've got the war that we're streaming right here. We got Queen Walkers versus Blaze JP at 11 a.m. EDT. JL versus Greek Attack at 3 p.m. EDT. We've got EYG versus Couch Potato Noobs. That's also at 3 p.m. EDT. We got Clash INT versus Tortilla Tavern at about 4 p.m. EDT. We got Not Quite Tribe versus Grumpy Old Men. That's going to be at 6 p.m. EDT. Wiener Pencils versus the Uman Manik. Coastal Clash versus Brian Fan Club. Hello for Now versus Town Hall 3 Trinity. Resistance versus Darkest Muzan. I'm going to be trying to stream that one as well. That's going to be tomorrow. The wars that I want to stream tomorrow, just to give you an idea, it's not set in stone yet. I'm still working on a few more things. But the wars I want to stream tomorrow are Resistance versus Darkest Muzan, Zero Family versus Town Hall Legend, and Active E Black versus Crunch Time. So what I'm trying to do in order to try and cover as many wars as I can while at the same time not killing myself, I'm trying to like go a maximum of 3 wars a day if I'm going to stream this much. This is probably going to be the 1 week that I'm most active with streaming. July is going to be an incredibly busy month for me. I've got a lot of big plans, and I'm not entirely sure how active I'll be able to be when it comes to streaming some of these wars. I am participating in the King Jeffrey CWL Esports Wars, but I don't know how active I'll be with the streaming. So I thought, you know what? This week is the 1 week out of July that I'm going to be pretty free at the moment. So we're going to focus up on some wars. We're going to give some more coverage for CWL Esports because, again, $1,500 prize pool. Aftershock Media Group. Huge shout out to those guys. They are sponsoring the league. I believe they're a little media group run by Powerbang and Clash with Ash himself. So they're, again, if you guys don't know who they are, Powerbang used to be an OG Clash of Clans player. Now he's moved on to more general gaming on his channel. He's absolutely smashing it right now. And Clash with Ash, he's doing a lot of Clash Royale content. But again, both of them were heavily invested in the Clash of Clans scene a couple years back. And it's really nice to see them throwing in some prize pool money for us with the new formats going on and the new esports style of wars here. But here we go. 4 minutes away from the first hit. If I'm not correct, I believe KCW are going first. I think so. I'm pretty sure. But the way today's streams are going to work is that we're going to have streams that kind of, they're not going to leech, they're not going to like, what's the word for it? They're not going to like break into each other. It's essentially just going to be cropped up because, again, after this war ends, we're going to have to wait about an hour's time before that Queen Walkers versus Blaze JP war. So we're going to end the stream, take a little bit of break, and then we'll be straight back in it for that war. And I can tell you right now, I'm probably not the only person who's going to be streaming that war. I am about 95% sure we're going to see some big names streaming that war. I wouldn't even put it past them, if I'm honest. I think they're going to, I mean, a war like Blaze JP versus Queen Walkers is going to attract a lot of attention, and that's why I'm streaming it, because both of these clans have shown that they've got a stellar 5v5 format, both being from Japan, and they're good. They're excellent. So it's going to be really exciting to see what they can do. All right. Again, this new system I'm doing with YouTube right now, I'm still learning about it at the moment. But it's cool. I really do like the way it works. I think it's going to be the new adapted form for YouTube streaming that I'm going to go with, especially because I try and use these streams as also a way to archive content onto my YouTube channel to keep putting out YouTube content, because making videos is actually, in my opinion, it's harder than actually producing a stream, because with streaming you don't have to do any post-production, pre-recording, recording replays and whatnot. It's just simply get into it, go, commentate, whatever you got to do. So I'm trying to upload these streams to YouTube as some YouTube content so people can watch it back later on. As well as if you were in this war and you want to watch your hit back, you want to get your bit of fame, there you go. Big wins there. Here we go, 2 minutes. Oh boy. What's up, Rainy? How you doing, man? Good to see you. Rainy's another Clash content creator. I can imagine we'll see him doing some CWL esports in the future. Hopefully. We'll see. If you're not already dropping him, if you're not already following him on Twitch, I suggest you drop him a follow. Really nice guy. Let's see, what's up, real Zimp? How you doing, man? Good to see you. Hope all is well. Zimp, not Simon. I'm gonna call him Simon for the rest of the stream. Nah, I'm kidding. Don't worry, I won't do that. Man, it's so good to see CWL esports back up. I'm not gonna lie. CWL don't want your attacks. Hey man, you never know. That's the thing, is like a while back, when I first started streaming, I was nowhere near involved streaming any of these wars. I was, and honestly, streaming war content was kind of daunting for me. I was like, I don't know if I want to get involved with these big names, and because I felt a lot of pressure with it. But I got started with the WCL. I was doing a lot of streaming for them, and then I went over to Clash Cup League. I did some streaming for them, covered a few of those wars, and then now I'm into the CWL. I'm not only streaming for the CWL, but I'm also playing in King Jeffrey. So it's an absolute fun time, in all honesty. Scorpion Monkeys versus One Hive tonight. I saw that. That's another really good one that's going on. I've thought about streaming that one too. I've thought about it, but I believe it's a bit out of my schedule when it comes to timing, because it's relatively late, isn't it? I think. I think, right? Right? I don't know what time that is, dog woof woof woof, but welcome to the stream, dude. Yeah, I believe it's the same time as the Grumpy Almond War. Let's see. Making a YouTube video, hardest thing I've probably tried. It's hard to be that person and hear yourself back and not hate it. It's a very different game to YouTube. Yeah, honestly, man, it all comes down to just what you're doing with all comes down to what you're doing with your content. And just with me personally is like, I'll never put out content when it comes to if I don't like the content or the video that I'm putting out, I'm not gonna post it. I've had several videos, like the reason I don't post often is because I draft a video idea, I think it's great, I make the video and I think it's garbage, and I just don't post it just because I don't want to put out content I'm not happy with. It's 6 p.m. EDT. Yeah, Dog Wolf Wolf. I'll be streaming the Grumpy All Men versus Not Quite Tribe War during that time. And the way these 5v5 formats work is that they're not really designed to be dual streamed. I think personally, if you're a streamer and you're trying to dual stream these 5v5 format wars, it's not the best approach because you can't focus up on one war. Because you're seeing those alternating attacks, you really need to focus on one war and just stick with that. Eric wouldn't be streaming, that's for sure. He streamed late last night and he recorded and uploaded a new video after that. Yeah, but he's going to be asleep there. But here we go. We got our first live hit going in from KCW. Let's see what they can do here. They're going to be bringing the Queen Walk into the hybrid, or the Queen Charge rather. Let's see what he decides to do. Bringing this Queen in over by this 8 o'clock side, dropping that Coco Loon to make sure that there's no Seeking Air Mines there to take down the healer. Now, the Queen's going to do her thing over here just for a little bit. Hasn't really made a huge funnel for her, but she's going to actually create that funnel for herself there. Now, we're seeing a bit of a gap in this wall. Is he going to try and wall break this wall, or is he looking to just walk the Queen straight in towards that base here? Oh, no, that Headhunter is going to pop the Queen ability there. Didn't use the poison. Oh, no, didn't want to use that Queen ability that early. But again, it's not the end of the raid just yet. Still has a bunch of spells for this Queen, as well as some free spells. That Loon is going to grab a Seeking Air Mine there. And no Hero Hunters to help the Queen with the enemy King here. The rest of the Clan Castle will get pulled out. But again, oh, wait, no, they did have a Headhunter, or he did have a Headhunter in his army. But again, that Headhunter out of the Clan Castle doing some big defensive work for TD Perseverance here. The Hound will eventually go down, and the Queen is going to step up for this Town Hall. But again, that early ability is going to cost him later on in the raid. We're not really going to see the effects of that. Oh no, is this Queen going to take the Town Hall? She might not. She might actually bounce over to the outside here, and she's going to bounce to the Expo. She's going to bounce to that King Pad. But I think she's going to go up towards the Archer Tower rather than inside for that Town Hall, which means that he's probably going to adapt to this, and he is. He's going to drop that Siege Barracks with the King over at this bottom side, and I can guarantee you that's not the path that he was looking for. He wanted his Queen to step up for that Town Hall, but that's not what's going to happen here. So he's going with plan B, going to send in the Queen, or send in the King rather, with the Siege Barracks to take down the enemy Queen, to clear that side of the base, and then the hybrid is going to be going straight in towards that Town Hall. There go all the miners. There is the Warden. Going to delay the Hog Riders until the Town Hall is activated to make sure that they path in with the miners. He's going to get a healer switch here, which is actually going to help him out a bit more, because that Queen on the outside without her ability, not going to do a whole lot for the rest of this raid. No more rage spells, but does have 2 freezes. World Champion is in the mix with the rest of his raid. He's going to freeze the Inferno at the top side. That's a really smart play, and that's going to keep this raid alive, because the Queen will get through it, and she's going to move north rather. And I'm not going to lie, for not getting a solid start, this is looking really solid. World Champion will take down that Eagle. Miners are still moving through, has 1 more free spell and the World Champion ability. Is there a chance he gets this one here? He's going to freeze that Inferno to keep the World Champion alive. Warden is still at full health. The healer transition on the miners is doing a huge amount of help here. Second Super Wall Breaker is going to go in. The World Champion is going to clear the last building. It's going to be a 3-star. Despite the rough start with that Hero Hunter popping the Queen's ability, it's going to be a triple for KCW. What an amazing hit. Really nice recovery, adapting on the fly, making sure that he's not panicking, knows that he's got plenty of stuff to still get the raid done, and he's going to go in and get it done. What a nice hit. Really fantastic job here by KCW. That's a good way to start the war for your team. And now we're going to see TD Perseverance responding in about 40 seconds time. We got Fire in the chat over on Twitch as well. He's another fantastic streamer. Go drop him a follow. He's got a bright future ahead of him. That much is for sure. But that was a solid hit there. Why don't my hybrid raids go like that? If you guys were here yesterday, you would have seen the amount of fails that I had going on. I had to stop playing yesterday after stream. I was like, I can't. I got to take a break. I was getting too mad. But here we go. Now we got TD Perseverance looking to respond with a hit of their own. And we've got a bit of a Sui Lalo going to be coming in here. We don't normally see this one, but right now, because of the lightning spell changes, we're seeing the Lalo kind of come back into the main meta of the game. And here we go. We got the World Champion coming in at this bottom side to tank for the enemy World Champion. No Headhunter used there. Might have helped a little bit. Now this World Champion will step up for this Inferno. He's going to need to freeze it if he wants that Inferno with the World Champion. And part of me says that he doesn't want that Inferno with the RC, but at the same time, didn't invest enough there to get that Inferno down, but not the end of the world. King is going to do some nice funneling, and we're probably going to see that Queen step up here, and there we go. She's going to go in, and she meant for this Town Hall here. I think she is. No healers for this Queen. He's going to try and break open the wall. There is the wall break. Going to get that wall break. Pretty solid. This Queen will step in for the Town Hall. That's a very nice Sui here. Queen should pop her ability and go straight through that Town Hall. There we go. Queen's ability will be enough to get through it here. Now, where is this Lalo coming in? Those Sui heroes is not getting a ton here, but still has a bunch of spells for the rest of this raid. Here comes a Blimp. Going to dive into the base. He wants to get that Eagle out of the way, and that's a smart call there. Needs to make sure that that Eagle goes down before his main army comes in, and here we go. It's also going to narrow the path, and this E-Dragon might take down the Queen here. It's not going to. It's not going to be enough. So what is his plan for the Queen? He's already used that Blimp there, and he didn't get the Eagle. Oh, he didn't get the Eagle down. Oh no, and there's a dragon popping out of that CC. That's probably the worst possible combination for this Lalo moving in. And in all honesty, looking at it right now, it's not looking good. Laloing into a sweeper here. Those loons will take down the Eagle. But again, there's nothing to take down that dragon. There's nothing to take down the Queen. He's going to have to rely on the balloon splash damage here from the Expo, but it's not going to be enough. That dragon's going to burn through the loons here, and he's going to get stopped a bit short. And now it's really just a matter of racking up the percentage. That dragon and the Queen in the core of the base going to end this raid. No chance of a 3-star, but again, he's still moving through. He's going to get some decent percentage here, which is exactly what you need to do in this format. If you're not going to 3-star, you have to be hitting at least above that 70% threshold to keep your clan involved and going. Let's see. Thank you so much for the follow over on Twitch, Okotu. I think that's how you say your name. Thanks for the follow, man. Much appreciated. Is this the 5v5 format? Yes, this is a 5v5 format. This is CWL Esports Season 2, Week 1. So this one is a 5v5 alternating attacks format. But alrighty, let's see. That dragon going to take down this minion. He's going to rack up to 82%. Not a bad result at all, but it is going to end a bit short there. Probably the worst defensive CC to find, and that Blimp not getting in for the Eagle there. Rainy saying a bad entry. I would kind of agree. I think there wasn't a solid plan for the Queen and CC to go down. I honestly expected, I think he expected a Hound to come out of the CC. That's why he didn't really plan for it there. But that our world champ or the E-Drag out of the clan out of the Blimp there wasn't able to go through and get it done for him. Yeah, I agree with you, Rainy. In all honesty, it really does come down to planning for that CC. Predictions sometimes work out for you, but at the same time, you have to have a backup plan for if things go wrong here. Now, I have to give a shout out to the clans here because this format is difficult. It is probably the most difficult format in the game simply because you have 20 minutes to plan, and that's it. You have 20 minutes to plan your first hit, and then your first hits have to go in maybe around 25 minutes at most. But again, because of the friendly challenges, the friendly war changes with how you can basically just change your army right away, and you don't have to wait for any training time is huge. I think it helps this format a lot. Gonna check how sleepy Techo is. Yeah, honestly, Techo's been streaming live since yesterday at like 5 p.m. He's been doing a 24-hour stream. I don't know how he's gonna do it, but we're gonna be hosting over to him afterwards. Unless I see another person covering some CWL Esports War to kind of just carry out the coverage from there. But we're going to see another hit from the KCW side. They've already started off fairly well, and let's see if they can use that momentum to carry on forward. They've started with a 3-star, and they've got themselves a defense. Let's see what they can do for their next hit here. We also got someone joining in over on Trovo. Thank you so much for popping by. Again, guys, if you have not already checked me out over on Trovo, please feel free to do so. Let me go ahead and just get that going. Here is the links for the Trovo in the chat. Would greatly appreciate it if you guys popped over there and dropped me a follow. Brand new streaming site that's starting up here. It's pretty awesome. I'm not going to lie. It's very streamlined. They're adding a lot of new features. They've already added a subscribe feature now. It's got a bright future ahead for it. But here we go. We got another hit going in. We're looking at the Super Witch Smash And let's see what KCW is planning here. Going to start with a ward and walk down by this bottom side. And now the one thing we were FCing with this army yesterday, and we were trying to figure out what we've got going on for this army and how it works. And the one issue that we had with it the entire time we were FCing was the issue with time. Like the amount of time fails I had with this army was ridiculous. But let's see what this attacker is going to do here. Bringing in this ward and walk, going to clear this left side of the base by 9 o'clock, and we're going to probably see those witches dive in from this bottom side into this town hall. We've got 2 jump spells, so I'm wondering where he's going to place these. Now this warden, he's going to let it take its time, but really you can't spend too much time on this warden walk, otherwise you're going to result in a time fail. Troops need to start moving in. There's the baby dragon to funnel that warden south there. Here comes the siege barracks from this 6 o'clock side, and that's going to do a bit more funneling for his main army that's going to eventually dive into this town hall here. There we go. P.E.K.K.A is going to step up. It is going to walk forward rather than going up, but not the end of the world. The warden's clearing this space very nicely here. And now he's got that funnel set for his main army that's going to eventually move into this town hall. Those wizards doing a very nice job here. And here come the main army, the super witches, the king, the warden, and eventually this queen are going to dive straight in to this base. The hog riders are doing really just a nice job funneling. They're not really going to do a whole lot of damage when it comes to this base here. Will those super witches walk? He needs that air defense to go down. It does. Everything should dive straight in towards this base now. There goes the rage spell. Overlapping the spells just a little bit. Forgot the queen, but the queen's going in a little bit late here. Will she take that jump spell? She will. And she's going to go inside with the main army here. He's going to eventually pop this ability as that town hall activates, and it's going to affect those big boys as well as they move into the base. Second jump spell is down, but again, look at the time. We got 1 minute and 20 seconds left, and look how much damage has been done on the base. Here comes the Royal Champion from this bottom side, and in all honesty, I think he's got enough to push through here and get this one done. But let's see what's going on. We got a freeze on that multi-target Inferno. All of the super witches still alive, and they're getting stuck in the core here. They need to move forward. He's used all of the rage spells, and I would argue that he used his second spell a little bit early there. Super witches will get targeted by this multi-target Inferno and by the Expo. He's going to freeze up that single target Inferno tower for this Royal Champion. Everything's still moving through here. Let's see what he's got going. Royal Champion will pop her ability, and she's going to take down that Inferno. Now, the Super Witch is getting burned up by that multi. He needs it to go down as soon as possible here. 42 seconds left to go. Ground Expo is going to go down. He's got the Royal Champion on defense still alive. His Queen's going to take it down before going down to this Wiz Tower. Does she go down? It's so close. She's going to eventually go down there. Now we got the World Champion versus this single target Inferno. It's not going to be enough. And again, it's going to be a time fail. That's what I was worried about with this strategy. Again, it's so strong if he can get those super witches to go through and stay alive. But look at the time. He's going to time fail. It's just not viable simply because of that time issue. Again, if you had maybe 30 seconds more, then you'd be solid, but you just can't get it. He's got the troops, without a doubt, to get through this one. Because those super witches are going to power through this base with those big boys, but he just doesn't have the time. It's a very nice try, and that's going to get him some pretty decent percentage, but not going to go through. It is a time fail. A very nice try. He's sleepy but won't admit it? Yeah, that's fair. I mean, he's been up quite a bit. No people on Trovo, though, unfortunately. Yeah, I think, honestly, the Clash of Clans scene is growing over on Trovo, especially with some big creators popping in on over there. And I'm trying to encourage more people to hop over there as well, simply because, again, Trovo is one of those sites where they really focus on giving back to the streamers that are on their site, which is why a lot of these streamers are promoting it, because by watching us over there and by participating over there, you're actually helping us out a lot more than the surface value may seem. So again, any kind of support I get over there I would greatly appreciate it. It's essentially a form of giving me a donation without actually donating. I don't know if that makes any sense, but we're going to get straight in with our fourth hit of the war here. Second hit for TD Perseverance. And we've got another queen charge into the hybrid here. Going to be starting with a Yeti funnel going in to make sure that this queen goes exactly where he wants her to go. A couple of Teslas will pop here. Not going to be the end of the world. The Yeti should eventually get, or the Yeti mites will get that Tesla down. And this queen should force right. And I think that's what the attacker wants here. But there's a chance that she wanders left here. He's dropped the healers on the right side, and that means that he wants his queen to go right, and she will. Wants her to stay away from that town hall, and that single target Inferno would not be fun. He's using a second Yeti funnel here. That's a lot of troop space for the funnel, but I would argue it's necessary, especially considering the amount of buildings there. He's going to have to freeze that queen to save the ability. That's a good call there. Hasn't used that super wall breaker. Wants the queen to walk into this channel before dropping the super wall break. He needs to get it in before the scatter goes down. Doesn't get it in. We're going to see an early poison spell over those archers. Not the end of the world. That's going to get them out of the way for this queen, so that way she can deal with this lava hound basically on her own and pretty much just coast by that lava hound. And we're going to probably see that hybrid dive straight in towards this town hall. Let's see what this queen does. So now the queen has dealt with the clan castle. She's going to deal with that eagle if she walks up here. And in all honesty, there's no reason she shouldn't walk into that channel and step up for those expos and for that eagle artillery. Now let's see what she's got going. Queen is going to step up to the left. She's going to take down those expos. Let's see what she's got going. Queen is going to get gold, which is pretty good. That means that the hybrid is going to be pretty much fine against that first eagle shell. But now that eagle will retarget to the hybrid, or to the king rather. So that's even better. Hybrid is going to stay alive a lot longer. But I'm noticing the entry point for this hybrid is very wide at the moment. He's used that siege barracks with the king up this top side to kind of force that hybrid down. World champion gets locked onto by that single, going to freeze it. Really nice job there. Town hall will activate. He's eventually going to pop that ability, or the Grand Warden ability, to keep everything moving. World champion is locked onto again. He needs to pop the ability. He does, and that will get the Inferno Tower out of the way, keeping her alive. Queen is going to step up here. She's taken a lot of damage, but still has her ability. World champion in the core. He's losing his Hog Riders to that scatter shot. But again, this queen staying alive at the bottom side is clutch. She's going to beat a wall rather than moving up. And I think that might cost him here for this raid. Those Siege Barracks Hog Riders are eventually going to pop out here, but nothing to keep this World Champion healthy. Hog Riders are pathing on the outside. What is this queen doing? This queen is going to be the reason that this doesn't 3-star. If it doesn't, I think it's still moving through. Let's see what he's got. Hog Riders are stepping up. Again, that scatter shot doing some crazy damage to the hogs as they move through. Can this warden be clutch and step up and take down the scatter shot? It's on such low health. All he needs is the warden to fire on it once. Oh, the warden was charged up for it and he didn't fire. Come on, warden. He doesn't get it. Oh, no. He's got 21 seconds. He still has a chance here. The queen's going to step up. 18 seconds. It's going to come down to time. 15 seconds left to go. The final building will be that Archer Queen pad. Does he have the time? 12 seconds. 10 seconds. It's going to be so close. 5 seconds. Is he going to get it? He's going to get it for another 3-star in the war. TD Perseverance getting back into the war with a very close 3-star. But that's going to do it for him. And again, we're pretty close on percentage as well. KCW are slightly ahead in terms of the percentage game, but still, that 3-star is definitely going to keep TD Perseverance in the war. Rainy, I don't know how much I can talk about it on stream because it's a lot of NDA stuff, but essentially, content creators, they benefit from the viewership over on Trovo. It helps us out a lot. So, again, we just appreciate the support over there. It does mean a lot. Crazy Nama, it's making out firing out those what are those emotes? Yeah, what a hit, son. Yeah, there we go. Barmy's classic line there. Really nice job. That was a good hybrid hit as well. I was concerned about the hybrid's entry there simply because of how wide it was, but the world champion going in a bit south of the actual entry point was a good play there that allowed her to step up, take down the Inferno Tower, and kind of narrow the funnel a lot more for especially the Hog Riders diving into the base. We got Fire Gang over on Trovo. Huge shout out to you. Thank you so much for popping by. But here we go. Can KCW respond with a 3-star of their own? Let's see what we've got going. We got Parkesh over on YouTube. Hello, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well, man. Big fan. Thank you so much for dropping by. I do appreciate all of the support. And again, huge shout out to both of these clans for letting me stream. I got in contact with both of the reps beforehand, and they were like, yeah, pop on over. We'd love to have you. So huge shout out to them. There's some awesome guys over there. Let's see. We got 2 follows in here over on Twitch. We had, let's see, who is this? We had Lord with the follow, and we had Trigger. Is it Trigger? Yeah, I'm going to say it's Trigger. Thank you so much for the follow, man. Much appreciated. And here we go. We got KCW going in live again. Let's see what attack strategy they're going to be bringing. It's looking like another Queen Charge hybrid. Let's see what we've got going. Queen is going to start from this top side. Here come the healers. They're going to step up. They're going to take a little bit of damage from that Archer Tower. He needs to get some loons in there. Drop them in a bit of a weird spot. There go a couple of loons to try and take down the mortar and the Archer Tower there. He's going to lose a healer early. Not the best start here. But again, not the end of the world. Still has those 4 healers. He had 5 in his camps, which means that Queen's ability, or that Queen's, oh goodness, he lost a healer. Oh no! Those headhunters on defense. What a play by the headhunters. And already this is looking like this raid is not going to go well for the attacker. And I think he realizes what's happened. And now it's going to go straight into, I got to save this 2-star for the clan to make sure that we stay in it. Not the ideal start. That Queen got literally nothing. Oh, no. And here we go. We got the miners moving in. Here comes the warden. Here come all the hogs. And now again, he's just aiming for that town hall. He needs to get it out of the way. He's delayed that royal champion because he doesn't want that hound to pop. And that's a smart play here. That's going to allow that hybrid to step up here for this town hall. There goes the warden ability. There goes the rage spell. And that should get this town hall down out of the way. It should. Is everything pathing around the town hall? Oh no, everything is pathing around the town hall. Will he get it down? I think he's still going to get the town hall down because those miners. He's still moving through, but again, I think he knows at this point there's no way he's going to triple this. And now it's really just going to be down to a percentage and a 2-star game. And again, I don't think these kinds of attacks get enough credit here. He is going to secure that 2-star, but again, it's going to be a bit low percentage. But you got to admit, for the queen going down as early as she did, he's still going to step up and get some decent percentage and still save that 2-star. And again, that's crucial with these wars. A lot of players at this level don't know how to recover these 2-stars when it comes to their raids not going well for them. And I think this attacker has done a fantastic job making sure that he can secure that 2-star in order to keep his clan in the war here. It is going to be a 60%, one of the lowest percentage hits of the war. But you got to admit, for the queen going down that early, it is a very nice recovery. Those headhunters on defense, absolutely savage. You've got to make sure you poison them. Otherwise, you're going to be in a world of trouble. That is going to be a defense. Honestly, the clan castle on defense is the MVP for that war, without a doubt. Very nice job there. On the defending side, that's a base building win, that one. And let's see if TD Perseverance can respond. Again, they've got to get around a 75 to 80% 2-star to get ahead here. Let's see. Do you remember I had joined during the Knight Riders versus Corral Worlds? I do remember you, Parkesh. How you doing? Welcome back. I recognize that name. Trovo is better optimized for mobile than Twitch. That is absolutely correct, Good Evil. I've actually tested a lot with it. For those of you who don't know, Trovo is technically out right now on iOS and on Android. Right now, you have to run it through, I believe it's called Test Flight because the app is basically still in beta. But here's an example of the Trovo app right now. It's very, streamlined and stuff. You got a bunch of streams. You get recommended based upon your account here. And if I take a look over at the COC side, you can kind of see we got a couple people over there. I recognize one of them. We've also got Der Lewis streaming over on Trovo as well. Shout out to him. Here we go. We've got another raid going in from TD Perseverance. We've got a all-miner raid. Got a mass miner with the queen charge. Going to start with a Yeti blimp going in. He's going to rage them up because of that enemy king, which is a smart play that's going to allow those Yetis to step up for the king. And they should clear a couple more defenses out of the way before going down. Now, I might argue that he didn't need that rage spell there to get what he wanted, which was that Inferno Tower. But he's still going to be moving through, not the end of the world. And now this queen is going to step up here. And I'm guessing he wants to break this queen in for the scatter shot and this enemy queen. Let's see what he decides to do. This queen, he's not too concerned about dropping the healers early. Going to let her do her thing. And here come the healers in from this top side by 11 o'clock. They're going to step up and clear out a few things out of the way. Giant Bomb is going to get popped off. There goes the baby dragon. He's going to clear through a bit and set the funnel for the queen. And we're going to see her broken in where that Wiz Tower is to step her up for the inside clan castle and for that scatter shot. Here comes the rage spell. Tornado Trap is going to get popped, which I think is going to help out the attacker in all honesty. Now, let's see. Where's the break-in point? Is going to be by this cannon. Is he breaking in the queen? He's not. There's no wall breakers. I just noticed there's no wall breakers. I don't think that's part of the plan. I think he wanted wall breakers, but he doesn't have them. Has he? Oh, has he been affected by the friendly challenge army changes? That is a possibility here. The healers will switch. The queen is done. She's going to be stepping around the outside. I'm not convinced that this is what was to plan. The queen there had to have been a plan to break the queen in. There's no way that he was just going to let the queen walk around the outside like that. These miners are going to go out because, again, their path is not really that great. So he's going to secure the 2-star just fine. I'm not convinced that was a part of the plan. I think he forgot some wall breakers going into that. Hit that affiliate is stuck into Twitch. Yeah, it's a bit annoying at times. So you got BRG popping into the chat, one of the OP admins for the CWL. He's been doing a lot of help in terms of match scheduling and planning and whatnot. So huge shout out to him. This world champion will get some decent percentage. And again, this is going to put TD Perseverance ahead on percentage, but I'm convinced that this was not to plan at all. I'm guessing that the attacker meant to bring some wall breakers. I can't confirm it 100%, but it makes sure that I've got it. There's no way that wall breakers weren't to plan there. Let's see. Yes, do you stream on Twitch? I do. I stream on Twitch, Trovo, and YouTube. YouTube to archive the streams, Twitch to grab the main audience. That's really where I started out in terms of live streaming. I really started on Twitch, and so I'm continuing that. And we're also live on Trovo, which is a new opportunity for streamers. And I'm hoping to get a lot of support over there because, again, the more support I get over there, the more I can give back to you guys. It's one of the few streaming platforms that actually benefit their streamers based upon streaming on it, whereas Twitch and YouTube, they don't necessarily like pay you or give you benefits for streaming on their platform. They just let you stream on the platform. But that is going to be a defense there, but that should put TD Perseverance ahead on percentage, and it does. This war has been very back and forth so far. It's been close, and that's exactly the kind of war we like to see, especially in this format. We don't like to see absolute blowouts unless they're insane. But let's see what we've got going. We've got KCW going to have to return here with hopefully a triple of their own to put a bit more pressure on TDP here. Moving in to the fourth hits of this war. We've got 16 minutes left to go. We got 4 hits left to watch. We're at about the midway point in this war. Again, those stats down below, they aren't exactly optimized just yet, simply because they don't update constantly. I'm hoping that eventually one day the Clash of Clans API is going to be at a point where it will refresh constantly, and we'll see that score updated, pretty much 100% of the time. It's instant refresh rate. But again, we'll see. I know it would put a lot of strain on the API, so it might not be the best solution there. But we'll see what we've got going. And below, the way this overlay works, it's fairly straightforward. But essentially, we've got the players down there. We've got the roster 1 through 5, just so you guys can get an idea of who's playing on either side. We got the percentage, we got the stars, and then we got the clan logo, and we've got that magical little sponsor logo down there that kind of alternates between the league logo and the sponsors there. Huge shout out to Aftershock Media for sponsoring the CWL. We've got a $1,500 prize pool for CWL Esports. Crazy now, damn, your commentary is OP. I'm working on it, man. Trying to get better, because again, the whole reason I stream these wars is to get more media attention to some of these clans. I know a lot of the clans that I'm going to be streaming the next couple of days won't need a whole lot of media attention. They're fantastic clans out there. But again, the more people that I can bring these wars to, I think the better. Because again, I got involved with the Clash of Clans competitive scene because of Adam, because of Time to Clash. I logged in. I was 14 years old. I was 15. I was 15 years old. I'm 19 now, so it's not that far off. But I logged into his streams and I was watching these clans. I believe I was watching, it was CWL Invite season 3 or season 2. It was way back in the day. And I was watching the competitiveness of both of those clans and the actual war content. And man, I fell in love with it. I mean, the actual war scene in the game is just so awesome. It's so well optimized. And it really does take a lot of skill to play at this level, especially in the 5v5 format, which we're starting to see take the rise now, especially with the Clash of Clans World Championships. Huge shout out to Alternate Attack being our first qualifiers going through. But yeah, I've been keeping up with the Clash of Clans competitive scene for a number of years now, and I only recently got involved in December of last year. So, but it's tons of fun to stream the wars, participate in the wars, watch the wars, whatever it is. It's just fantastic. But here we go. We got DK Gaming in the chat as well, another CWL streamer. He does a lot of Clash streaming. Alongside that, he's got some pretty OP stuff over there. If you're not following him, you should. He does some awesome work for the CWL. Let's see what we've got going here. We've got a dragon raid. Looks like it's just a straight dragon raid with the clone spell coming in from KCW. We're seeing a lot of variety this war, and that's what we like to see in this 5v5 format. If we're seeing that variety, it kind of gives us an idea that maybe the meta isn't so focused on one raid. We got an Electron going in for this raid here. Headhunters will come out on defense. They're not going to be a huge issue for this E-Dragon. E-Dragon is not going to get the scatter, is it? It does. It just barely gets the scatter shot down. Those Headhunters on defense being OP, and I think the attacker knows there is a Lava Hound in that clan castle, which means that he needs to make sure that he does not lure that Lava Hound out of the clan castle. Let's see what the plan is for the Sui moving into this base. He's got that Baby Dragon on the outside here, going to take down that Headhunter. That Headhunter's ability there, or the damage from the Headhunter, actually slows down the troops more than a poison spell. So that's something to take into account when going up against them on the offense. And here we go. Yeah, he's opted in to stay away from that clan castle and just going straight with the dragons towards this base. Here come all the loons. Here come the dragons. And I like the base identification here. Notices those ground expos and is going to take full advantage of them. He drops the heroes, and that's going to lure out this clan castle hound, which is going to possibly stall those dragons here. Let's see what he's got going. If he wanted to lure that hound out, I need to make sure that I did it earlier. There is the hound. It's going to get lured towards that king. Hopefully the dragons will not get focused on it there. The king is going to get burned out by that single target Inferno Tower here. We still have the Royal Champion in tow. It's maxed out due to that hero potion. Everything moving through, and you got to admit, it's looking really strong going into the backside of this base. He does have that eagle at the top side. So will we see that Royal Champion coming from 12 to take care of the eagle to keep those dragons moving? I think so. I don't see anywhere else the Royal Champion's going to come in. Nope, Royal Champion's going to come in from this 10 o'clock side. Might have been a better idea sending her in at that top side, but I can see the damage up there. Oh no, I'm not a huge fan of this plan here, simply because, again, we've got that Royal Champion coming in from that 10 o'clock side, and we've got the eagle staying alive throughout the entirety of this raid, which means that it's just going to do a ton of damage to the attacker here. Royal Champion ability will get popped off. He's going to freeze the Expo and the eagle. Now, will those dragons have enough to get through? He has that heal spell, and I'm guessing that heal spell was for that multi-target Inferno for the loons, but he is going to get stopped up here. It is going to end at the high 70s, though, but at the same time, not ideal, saving a heal spell for 3 dragons as opposed to 10. Yeah, I was about to say, I like the plan and I like the idea, but again, leaving that eagle up at the back end there, not the best idea. And we've got that isolated multi-target Inferno. It's not going to be a 3-star here. It's going to be a defense. Very nice try, but it's going to be another defense for TDP. But this will up KCW's percentage game, which is exactly what they need to do right now. They need to make sure that they've got as much percentage as possible in this format. And there we go. I think he ended the raid. Might have run out of time, but it is going to be an 82% 2-star. Nothing to be ashamed of, but at the same time, we need to see some triples from both sides here if they want to stay in this war. Let's see what we've got from the TD Perseverance side. If they can return fire and possibly put some more pressure on the KCW side. This has been a really nice war. I'm not going to lie. It's been very back and forth. We haven't seen an overpowering performance from both sides, but we've seen both of them showing that, look, guys, we're pretty decent attackers. We know what we're doing. We can kind of plan here and there. A couple of changes in plans might secure the 3-star, but again, hindsight is always best sight. And one thing that I've heard from a very popular streamer is that we love to armchair coach during these streams. And, we got to give credit to the attackers for getting involved in these wars because it is a lot harder than it looks. But let's see what we've got going. We've got another attack going in. We got TDP firing off again. Not even going to try and pronounce the name because I can't even read the name itself. Here we go. We've got this queen charge into the hybrid here. We're going a bit light on the hog riders, which gives me an impression that we're going to see some hogs out of that siege barracks there, moving in with the rest of the hybrid that will eventually dive into the space. Now, this queen is going to step up here, take down a couple of buildings, and her main goal is to step up for the scatter shot and the clan castle, and she might even step up for that eagle with the way he's got her pathing. I like the start here. Super wall breaker is going to get that wall open for this queen. And now we've got those 2 loons with the baby dragon going to step up, get a nice funnel here for this queen. And she should get forced straight in towards that scatter shot. She's taking a lot of damage, but we'll take down that scatter shot beforehand. And this is a very fancy start here for this queen charge. She's funneled in very nicely here. Is he going to opt in for getting that second super wall break? No, he doesn't have a second super wall break. I don't even know what I'm saying. Going to freeze the expos here. Going to allow that queen to take down this lava pup without any troubles here. Or the lava hound rather, and the lava pups. She's going to deal with that, and then she's going to move up for these expos. Now, she's got 3 expos and that eagle artillery that she can get with, but no, she's going to bounce to the outside rather than moving up. Not what he wanted his queen to do there, and that means that she's going to go down towards that single that was not a part of the plan, but he's going to have to adapt on the fly here, and I think that's exactly what he's doing. That queen is going to step up. He's going to send the miners in towards that single. That's a really smart play there, and now we're probably going to see this Royal Champion come in by the single by the single at 6. To kind of help those miners get forced into the base here. This is a really good adaptation. That's going to allow those healers to step up. Will things go for the town hall here? I think he's relying on this queen to step up for the town hall. Royal Champion has gone in at 6, but it's a bit too late. Pop the warden now to keep that Royal Champion affected. He doesn't. He delays the warden, which means the Royal Champion's going to go down to the eagle. Queen will step up for the town hall. He rages her to keep her moving, but all the miners going to step to the outside. Somehow he doesn't have to force the ability. But again, you got to admit, that queen was meant to go to the top side to deal with that eagle, and this might have looked a lot nicer. We got that siege barracks up at we got the blimp up at the top side. He opted in to switch for it there to make sure that he gets that eagle out of the way to keep the longevity of the raid going through, but he's not going to get the eagle out of the way. Those hog riders are going to die out quick here, and it is going to be a defense. He has a heal spell, low percentage. It was a good start, and I really like the queen charge, but again, the queen not getting forced up to the top side a bit late on the hybrid going into the Inferno there. Might have forced the queen up there to step up for the eagle. Yeah, he did. It was a very nice save. I'm not going to lie. It looked a bit rough with those miners going into the single, but he is still going to secure the 2-star here. But there goes TDP's percentage game. Oh, boy. We got Machette over on Trovo. Thanks for telling me about Trovo. I was able to grab a cool, unique name. That's awesome. Oh, yeah. Is that Good Evil? I don't know if that's Good Evil or not. I could be completely wrong. But thanks for popping by over on Trovo. That's not Good Evil, is it? Yeah, it's not. We got Magneto over on YouTube. Or over on Trovo, rather. Good to see you. KCW losing momentum here. No, actually, that gains them a bit of momentum. Securing a defense there. And here we go. We got the final hits going in. Look at how close this war is right now. TDP slightly ahead on percentage. We're going to need to see some triples. And here we go. We've got KCW going in with their final hit of the war. BRG, thanks for the follow over on Twitch. Much appreciated. A lot better now. It was a busy morning, I bet. BRG doing some nice admin work for the CWL. And here we go. We got a Yeti blimp going in over these scatters. He notices the value he can get with these Yeti mites if they get what he wants. But I think the scatter shots are a bit too much. And there's the difficulty with charging in to those scatter shots. You've got to make sure that your blimp is pinpoint accurate on the scatter shots. Otherwise, those other buildings are not going to allow your Yeti mice to step up for the scatter. He wanted both of them, but only got one. And now he's going to be queen charging straight into this single target Inferno. Going to be forced to freeze it at the start. Could have frozen a couple more defenses to keep the queen alive here. He's going to force the ability with the rage. Not the most ideal start there, but at the same time, not the end of the raid. Queen's going to step up. She's going to clear through a couple of buildings, and she's going to actually step up for this clan castle that will come out. Hopefully we won't see any headhunters. If we see a headhunter, he's going to need to drop that poison spell early in order to deal with it. Here comes some goblins. Here comes a headhunter. And here comes the hound. He has dropped the poison early. That's a good call. And he's going to freeze those headhunters. That's exactly what he needs to do to keep the queen alive here. Queen is going to deal with that clan castle, but she's taking a lot of damage from that warden. Will that be enough to take her down? And I argue, yes, those lava pups are going to be a lot of damage. He's going to need to rage the queen again if he wants to keep her alive. He's going to let her die out. Has no more rage spells. Oh, no, this is not the start that KCW we're looking for here. So the hybrid's just going to go straight in. We are going to see a healer transition, but those pups doing some massive damage to the healers. That means that they're going to be pretty much obsolete in the rest of this raid here. And this one might end at a low percentage. Warden is going to step up and help this hybrid. He's going to pop it a bit too early there, which means that this Town Hall Blast should affect these miners here. Diving into the base. Maybe not. Oh, it just barely does. A little bit later on that Warden would have kept those miners from dealing with that bomb there. World Champion will step up. He has secured the 2-star. But again, it's going to be a relatively low percentage. I don't expect these miners to be able to dive through the rest of the space. We've got a scatter shot. We've got both Inferno Towers alive. World Champion is doing some nice work here. Those healers have transitioned to her. But again, with that enemy king at this top side, it's going to slow her up just a little bit. Going to pop that ability to get through those Teslas. And that is going to be a defense here for the attacker. Really nice try, but it's not going to go through. That's where I'm blessed. Don't envy those who still have to work. Yeah. That's true. Oh, not even CWL related. I got you. Yeah, BRG got some. He's a hardworking dude. I'll give it to him. And here we go. We are going to end at a 72% 2-star here. Actually, we're going to end at about a 74, 75% 2-star with those minions on the outside. Needs to get as much percentage as possible because, again, right now they're behind on percentage. And let's see what we've got going right now. This one is going to end short. Let me see if my brain is going to calculate these wars a bit more. 100% CWL admins OPAF. Absolutely. See, we got Van Bog over on Trovo as well. Thank you so much for the follow over there. It is much appreciated. Huge shout out to you guys. Let's go ahead and pop straight out of this one here. And we've got one final attack left to go. What is the percentage at the moment? We're looking at about 80% for the KCW side. That means that we're going to need to see a 74%. What are we going to need to see? Let me see if I can math brain this one. Each raid is 20%. In order to get ahead, we're going to need to see a 16%, which is what, 66? I have no clue. 15% of the raid. What is that? 75. We're gonna need to see a high 70% 2-star in order to win the war. Around that. That's my estimate. 72%. I'm almost there. I'm kind of getting the math is throwing me off a bit because basically each raid is equated to 20% overall destruction, and so you got to kind of equate that. So we need to see a 72% 2-star or higher for this raid in order to see a win for TD Perseverance. We're going to see the Zapquake coming in here. We're going to see that Clan Castle basically become obsolete. Going to Zapquake a Ground Expo in the Clan Castle. Now, I'm arguing that that's not the best value for this raid. We've got a Queen Charge into this raid as well. You don't normally see that Zapquake with the Queen Charges here. But this Queen will step up. She is going to try and take down this Town Hall. We have that second Super Wall Breaker for this Queen to dive into the base here. let's see what the plan is. I'm very interested to see what this attacker is going to do. Second wall breaker is a bit late. I don't even know. Maybe he wasn't trying to get the wall break with this raid here, or wall break into the town hall rather. King is going to do some nice funneling work on the left side by 9 o'clock as this queen moves in. Here comes the second super wall break to break the queen into this inferno tower compartment. Interesting play there. Doesn't want this queen to deal with the town hall. I don't think she can reach it. Can't she reach it through the wall? She can. Queen can reach the town hall through the wall. I don't even know what I'm talking about. Queen is going to step up for the town hall, and this is already a fantastic start for this raid here. That means that he's going to have no spells for the Lalo. He's literally going to have no spells. Let's see what the plan is here. Going to have to pop the queen ability here. Is he going to opt into rage and freeze this queen? He is. He's going to rage this queen, allow her to step up a bit more. He's going to have to freeze this inferno tower here because of those skeletons. He's going to delay that freeze as long as possible. Can his queen get away with not freezing? She can. That's a nice play there. Here comes the Lalo from this top side here. We've got that Grand Warden moving through. Queen is coasting along the bottom side. She has burned her ability, which means that this scatter shot is going to do a lot of damage. We've lost the healers. The healers are gone. I don't know what took them down, but the healers are out of the picture here, which means that this queen's not going to get this scatter shot out of the way. Not the play he wanted there, but does still have this world champion. Now, this slammer is going to step up here, and I'm guessing we've got a dragon in there to deal with this queen. It is going to pop a bit early. No, we just have loons. Just straight loons. 57%. He's going to need to rack in through this base. We got that royal champion moving in for this eagle. That eagle going to do some massive damage on this Lala. We have no more spells. That scatter shot going to tear us apart here. But you got to admit, the setup is looking nice. We've got a 69%, 70%, 71, 72, and that should be the win for TD Perseverance in this war. 75%. That's going to be the win for them. Fantastic job. This raid, I don't believe is going to triple. It might. This raid might triple. Hold on a second. Will that king on defense be the end for this world champion? I think it will. Inferno Tower is going to go down. There's just a cannon. Wait a minute. Is this going to be a 3-star? Hold on a second. 35 seconds left to go. What a raid. He's still going to get this one in if time permits it. If time permits it, he's going to get this one in. Let's see. Work out the distance between the clans, then half it. Yeah, that's exactly what the idea is. Yeah. No, that's you're spot on. It's a pretty good way of explaining it there. But it is going to be a win, and it's also going to be a 3-star for TD Perseverance. What a showing from them. Fantastic stuff. You'll love to see it. There's the triple. What a nice, fantastic war from both sides here. Oh, baby, it's a triple. And there's the war result. It's going to be a win for the TD Perseverance. Going to win on percentage and the stars. Huge shout out to the guys over there. We got TGG 10 Green over on YouTube as well. Here's our boy. Let's go, Rakib. Rakib getting it done for him. What a fantastic showing from the TD Perseverance side. Very, very nice job. And that is going to be the war. That's going to be the week 1 war to TD Perseverance. Shout out to both of these clans. We saw some fantastic hits from both sides here. Got to give credit where credit is due. Both of these clans definitely are bringing some thunder when it comes to these wars. But yeah, that is going to do it for me. Again, thank you so much for the people that are tuning in. All the new follows over on Trove. We had Bog dropping in the follow over there. We had a bunch of new people dropping over there as well. If you haven't already, please feel free to check me out over there. I know I advertise it a whole lot, but again, it's one of those few streaming sites that kind of gives back to me for streaming these wars over there. So again, would greatly appreciate some support over there. We had another follow over on Twitch. We had Small Fry. Thank you so much for the follow over there. We had a couple of new follows on Twitch as well. Huge shout out to you guys. Nice stream, dude. Enjoyed it. Thank you so much for popping by. We're going to go ahead and get a raid going for Techo again. Techo, not the most family-friendly streamer. Just giving a shout out to a couple of my viewers right now. I try and keep my streams relatively family-friendly to reach a more audience, and he's definitely not the family-friendly streamer there, but he's a fantastic guy. If you don't care about the family-friendliness, feel free to pop in there with me. But huge shout out to you guys. And again, be sure that you're tuning in a bit later today. Later today, at about 40 minutes time, actually, we're going to see Queen Walkers going head-to-head against Blaze JP in the CWL Esports War. It's going to be a fantastic showing. We're going to go offline for about 40 minutes time, or we're going to get straight back into it with these wars here. But yeah, again, that's going to do it for me. Let me go ahead and get some things moving here before we raid Techo here. There we go. All right, but that is going to do it for me. Again, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I greatly appreciate all of the support. I'll see you guys later. See ya.